Hey everyone, welcome to the Secrets from the Saddle, all things cycling, and with your host Sylvie Doe. So yes, every Friday I like to get in a little bit of inspiration or coaching tips or maybe just some things that are on my heart. And before I get into what's on my heart and what we're going to talk about today is that make sure you check these out. So first thing, and this is the coaching advice. Now, if you're looking at, if you're local here to Ottawa, Gatineau, go to my Facebook page, my Facebook page, my website, sylviedaou.ca, and we have bike maintenance clinics that I just posted. And then we're going to have learn to group ride clinics that I'm going to post by the end of the weekend. And if you're not local here, then I have online 4-hour cycling skills intensive. And here's a special code for you. Go use the word pedal to get $50 off. And also, this is super special because you know what? Fitness goes hand in hand with cycling. And if you're just spending all your time cycling and you're not working on your fitness, you're not going to get ahead. Okay, so I'm not going to go into big, description about that. But what I've done is I've started up an online on-demand fitness membership. So for workouts, weekly, maintenance, and if you're looking for a place to really target like cycling workouts, I mean, everything goes for cycling. Like, let's just say you need a strong upper body, you need a strong core, you need strong legs, so everything. And for us ladies, let's just say cycling is not a weight-bearing exercise, so it really is something that we need to implement. So all these details are in the description, and for the fitness is a special VIP sign up to be the first one to get in and get the deal. So it's not going to be launched till mid-April, and so make sure you're on that list so you get the special deal. Otherwise, you're stuck with the regular one for everybody else. Now, let's get into today's episode. So I was just thinking, so if you're catching this live, I'm basically in my gardening outfit sitting outside. You might hear a hum in the background, and that's literally the creek that's right beside our house. And today I want to talk about life balance and cycling. Do you have things all figured out with yourself, with your family? Are you balancing everything out, or are you heading for a divorce? And I know you're like, what are you talking about, Sylvie? Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about, because life balance means that, we are getting what we want, and that's our fitness and our cycling. And then everybody else in our life is getting what they want out of us. And if we're not balancing things out properly, then things shift in and around your life, right? Like either your health suffers, or your work suffers, or your relationships suffer, or your kids suffer. Somebody suffers, and you're in the middle of it, right? And I'm going to say, like you might be thinking, Sylvie, what do you know about this? I'm going to tell you, I know a lot about this because I personally went through a divorce when I was 35. And the thing is that with my first marriage, I would say, and this is sad to say, or maybe not, I mean, sometimes we get into relationships that we internally know we're never going to last the test of time. And that was one of them. I knew it. I felt it. It had I call it a shelf life of 5 to 10 years, and that was that. Like, it probably shouldn't have happened, but it happened, And I know I have an amazing daughter out of it. And I'm grateful that my ex isn't a real asshole. Or he could be. But the thing is that he left me for an Ironman athlete who, she was fabulous, she was gorgeous, she's super smart. And I'm like, all right, well, okay, you can have him. Because as much as it was a shot to the ego, which it always is, let's face it, I mean, I can admit I turned into a crazy fucking ex-wife. Let's just admit it. We all go through that crazy train kind of thing when we get divorced or separated and kids are involved. Yeah, but the thing is that there was not balance there. We worked, and I'm not to say that it would have worked out, but the thing is that there is a selfishness in there. And I put it aside when I was pregnant. I was like, okay, you know, I will step aside and I'll support you through all of your endeavors and your goals for that year, right? Because I was pregnant. I'll step aside. It doesn't matter. And then after, you'll give me a year so that I can go and tackle some of the things that I wanted. And so when the time came, it wasn't reciprocated. You know, it's like, why do I have to give up all of my stuff for you? Do you see what I mean? So there's not a balance there. And at the end of the day, he found in someone else, which is, so be it. He's divorced now. So, some things just come full circle. Not that I'm grateful for that, but anyways, it is what it is. But the thing is that I see a lot in my business, and I hear a lot the more I interview people and men and women who are extremely passionate about what they talk about, and they talk about what they do, and they talk about their kids, but there's no talk about the partner. And then when I ask, there's always like, well, we're divorced. Oh, we had a divorce, or she's not, or they're not as into it as I am. And you can clearly feel that there's a huge disconnect there. And so that's why I wanted to talk about this, because, in order to get what we want in life, we can certainly make it happen. And the things that we need to have in place are good communication, first and foremost, with our partners and our families as to what we want and how we're going to get it and how they're going to benefit from it. And then also, making time for them in the whole thing. And if you have a partner, they should have their own goal. And I say that because I was single for about 4 years, and then I married my husband. I'm not going to say current husband, because he is my forever husband. And it's been 10 years now. And over the 10 years, I've done so many things. Like, I continue to have a very high race calendar. I competed on the stage multiple times. And here's the thing. All of that, it wasn't about me. You see it? It wasn't about me. It was about us. And when we sat in the fall and said, okay, what do you want to do next year? Like, what are your goals next year? And so I would put out what I want to do and the dates and all that stuff, right? A date's got a plan. And then, I say, okay, John, which is my husband, I said, what do you want to do? Because here's the thing. It's not all about me. I've got goals, but he has things that he wants to do. So he goes away for a couple weeks during the year for golf. He has a couple golf weekends. So that is where I do not interfere with that. If it falls on a race weekend and it's his weekend to go golfing, then it's my problem to find something for the kids, somewhere for the kids to go, or they take me with me. So do you see how it works? Like, it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm racing, like you have to not do your thing. No, it's like, if something I want to do falls on his weekend, then I have to figure it out, and vice versa. You know, some of the things falls on my weekend, then he has to figure it out. And, you know, and that's how we create life partnership balance or life balance, because everybody deserves to get what they want. My husband has he's going to do his golfing. That's a non-negotiable, right? So I get the dates and I put them in my calendar and I do things around it. Just like there's certain things that are my non-negotiables, or they're not, or maybe they're not as prominent as his. And so the reason why I talk about this, I was thinking about this because I was just in my garden, because I love to zen out my garden. I know it's a gorgeous day. Everybody's out cycling. I don't feel the least bit guilty. I'm going to get on my bike later. But I was just having this massive, you know, personal drunkalogue of conversation with myself. I don't know if anybody ever, can you relate? When I'm like, it either happens on my bike or when I'm like, hanging out and gardening, because I love gardening. My gardens are going to be gorgeous, but here's the thing: they've been suffering for 10 years because I've had kids, I've been cycling too much, and now it's time to be gorgeous because, let's face it, I've got decades to ride. But so I was just having this huge conversation with myself, and I'm like, you know, this is something that I need to talk about, because here's the thing, and I'm not going to say that my relationship is perfect. It's not. Like, we are going through currently some I don't want to say serious, like, I don't think anything's serious, because we're both really committed to ourselves, to each other, and but there's things that are not cool and are not creating balance, and you know. And with each, with partnership, there's things that are non-negotiables. Like, you know, I'll just be completely vulnerable to you guys. So I have always been a business and entrepreneur. I'm a visionary and I'm the doer. Okay, so in entrepreneurship, you need different people who do different things. You can't be the one person that does everything. I tried that once and that didn't go so well. So finances, okay, now you know where I'm going, right? Money and finances. And we finally come to the, you know, like, we've gotten everything organized, and it's up to me, because it should be up to me. Right? He's offered to do it, and once I get the hang of it, I will hand it over, but it's up to me. And like, let's just say that as the visionary and the doer, it's not one of those things that I like clamor to do, if you know what I mean. And I'm sure there are some people out there who know exactly what they mean. Like finances, I make sure like everything's paid every month. That's a non-negotiable, right? That will create so much anxiety and stress in the relationship. That was set on the table right at the beginning. No debt, credit card debt, no credit card debt. So credit cards are always paid off, like always. And so, but the balancing of the spreadsheet and the everything else for the accountant, blah, 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 monthly stuff. So like, I just like really hate it. I'll be completely transparent. I super hate it. And, this is much nicer view here. And yeah, so I hate it. And that's what's causing so much friction, a lot of friction. So, and that's my fault. It's my fault. It's one of those things that, you know, I can't put it on my husband. My husband's an amazing. He's a numbers guy. So, I mean, I don't need to say anything more. So here's the thing. Communication, making sure that your stuff is done, and then you have time for the family. If you have family or friends or your pet, you know, how many times has your dog or cat looked at you and said, hey, like, hey, lady, get the hell off your phone so you can play and pet me, right? I'm sure everybody's had, like, your animals looking at you like that. I do. And so we have to respect those boundaries of when we're working and when we're not. And then also with the respect of setting up goals. They have to incorporate everybody. So again, when we're talking about goals, like I have goals, I ask my partner what are their goals, what's his goals for the year, so that I can, you know, create space on my calendar to respect his stuff, and so that I can, you know, maybe organize things when he's gone. And then and also booking in family stuff in the summer. So like the summer is not about you and all your freaking racing and cycling and running. There has to be family time in there, and it's not wrapped around an event. That is not family time. That is not vacation time. That is like, your family shouldn't even be with you unless they're there to support you. Because you know what it's like for racing. You're focused. You don't want to talk to anybody. Like, don't bring your family into it. It's like the worst. Because you're never going to see them. Like, you have to sleep. You have to focus. You have to get your shit together. I don't know, 8 years of racing. My family never came with me. What? You need to survive on your own. And like I said, it's not a fun thing for them unless they're on the sidelines, like for, you know, Boston Marathon or something like that. Or, you know, an Ironman, but it's not a holiday for them. Okay, get that? It's clear. So what I started doing to really create that, and it's like I do it every day in the morning when I get up. So I get up at 5 in the morning, and I go downstairs and I get my glass of water and I get a little energy shot. I love these energy shots. They just like open up my mind. And I'm reading a book about self-love. And so I journal on that, and I journal on other things. And I also, what I do is I do a box. So in the 4 corners, one is health, one is career, one is relationship or family, and then, family and then love. So, yeah, hold on. Money, career, family, and love. So 4 boxes, so you make a square and you divide it. And you rate yourself in each one of these boxes out of 10. So, and then you look in which one needs more help. Okay, so if your health is lagging, you're sick all the time, you're gaining weight, you're tired, you know, things need to change. Like, you change it now instead of like 5 and 10 years down the road when you got 30 pounds sitting on you and you're miserable and you're making everybody else miserable. Then there's career, right? Are you happy in your career? How's your relationship? How's your family? Did I say money? Oh, money. How's the money coming? Yes, no. And then love, which is your relationship. Does that need work? Is it like high on the scale? So do that every day, or at least once a week, and say, where can I improve things? And then think about your communication every year, you know, like setting up, or every day setting up certain times of the day for your family. So you shut things down at 4 till 8. No phone. That's family time. Homework, eating, chilling, going outside, going for a walk, whatever. And then there's like, what are everybody's goals and how can we make it all work together? So hope you enjoyed that. I hope the tough love wasn't too tough, but really, we all have to freaking kick ourselves in the head sometimes, in the ass, in the head, slap ourselves around, give a good look in the mirror and go, what the hell are you doing? If you truly want to create that balance. Right? Hey? Life balance. Now she's going to go cycling with me. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to, put on those notifications so you don't miss an episode. And here comes my hubby. And don't forget to give me a 5-star and a great review, because I'm asking for it. Love you. And if you ever want to reach out and have a conversation, if you need some advice, like an objective opinion about something, please find me on social media. I'd love to, if you just need someone to talk to. Gone through a lot myself, and I probably can certainly offer up some advice. So with that, have an amazing weekend. Bye.